The structural similarities between a cosmic nebula and a human neural network are often dismissed as visual coincidence. In the Siddha tradition of South India, these are documented as exact functional equivalents. This equivalence is governed by the axiom of Andam and Pindam, which states that the macrocosm of the universe and the microcosm of the human body are exact reflections of each other. The 18 Tamil siddhas functioned as metaphysical engineers, systematically documenting the mechanics of human biology and cosmic energy to map this equivalency. Their resulting texts, specifically the Tiramantram and the Marmakanadi, function as structural schematics of the human machine. This architectural data was preserved in dense, precise geometric script, etched directly into palm leaf manuscripts centuries ago. At the center of these records is the concept of the 96 Tattvas, the precise number of fundamental principles required to construct our physical and energetic reality. Within this 96-part framework, matter and consciousness are treated as a single, continuous spectrum. Mapping the human body as an integrated metaphysical machine provides a technical blueprint for the system, suggesting that human physiological limits depend on the operator's understanding of the underlying hardware. The construction of this machine starts with chitta, the primordial vibration from which all physical matter and consciousness originate. To generate physical form, this primordial chitta bifurcates into Shiva, representing matter, and Shakti, representing energy. The dynamic union of these two forces generates the Panchabhutas, the 5 foundational states of matter: earth, water, fire, air, and space. This illustrates the foundational geometry of creation based on Siddha physics. A single source splits into matter and energy nodes, which then expand to manifest the 5 elements. This sequence of cosmic creation scales down to human gestation. The Marmakanadi tracks embryological construction of the body through the specific interaction of these elements. The text describes the uterus as a 16-petal lotus environment. During conception, this space is governed by the elements of fire and air to facilitate the initial development of the embryo. Early fetal growth is documented in a precise, specific timeline, starting as a tiny mustard seed, a water bubble on day 5, and a gooseberry by day 6. By the 8th day, the Panchabhutas are recorded as fully manifest within the embryo, locking in the material structure of the organism. By the 8th month, the internal energetic network comes online, and nutrients from the mother begin flowing through the navel to power the developing body. In the Siddha model, human gestation is a micro-scale replication of cosmic creation, using the same elemental building blocks to assemble the human form. Once the hardware is assembled, it is regulated by the tridoshas, Vata, Pitta, and Kapha, which act as the primary physiological governors of movement and metabolism. These governors dominate the system in cycles: Vata until age 30, Pitta during the metabolic prime until 63, and Kapha from 63 until death. Powering these governors is a propulsion system of 10 vital air currents called the Dasavayus. This diagram maps 10 vital currents. Prana serves as the primary life force, moving upward through the chest. Apana manages downward flow in the pelvic region. Udana flows upward through the throat, supporting cognition. These air currents are routed through 72,000 nadis, subtle fiber optic-like channels that weave through the tissue to distribute vital energy. This network is organized around 3 primary conduits: the Ida on the left, the Pingala on the right, and the Sushumna running vertically through the center. This high-density microscopic network constantly rushes pressurized vital energy to every single extremity of the human form, acting as the primary power grid. If the air currents flow through the nadis without blockage, the human hardware remains fully operational. This network contains concentrated intersection points where multiple nadis cross. These are the marmas, and they act as the system's circuit breakers. The Marmakandi classifies 108 of these vital points, including 12 highly lethal Padu marmas and 96 Thodu marmas. This diagram maps these critical vulnerability nodes on the human topology. In Varmakalai martial arts, these points are struck to forcefully short-circuit the opponent's energetic network. This physical application is demonstrated in the combat training of Kalari Payetu, where striking these nodes requires extreme anatomical accuracy. The medical application is called a dangle, using these same nodes as access points to revive a patient from severe physical trauma. Adangle interventions require exact angles of manual pressure and specific timing based on the current flow of the patient's prana. The system demonstrates that power comes from manipulating biological switches to both terminate and revive the organism. While the Marma Kanadi maps the hardware, Thirumuller's Thirumentrum provides the operational software. It details the yoga techniques used to master the system. Verse 2883 explains internal resource management through a metaphor involving 5 wandering cows. The text says, "There are 5 wandering cows, impossible to milk them. But if a cowherd controls all 5, it's possible." These cows represent the 5 sense organs and their functions, which, if untamed, continuously drain vital energy. Taming the cows yields milk, the retention of vital energy required to reach higher states of consciousness. To force this energy retention, the Siddhas documented physical algorithms like Kechari Yoga. In Kechari Yoga, the practitioner locks the inner tongue against the palate. This reroutes the energy flow away from the external Ida and Pingala channels. This redirection drives energy violently upward through internal threshold gates, known as the fire, sun, and moon mandalas. The mechanical goal is to drive Kundalini energy directly into the Sahasrara at the top of the skull. In this framework, yoga is the calculated mechanical redirection of energy into the brain structure to alter conscious states. This completes the loop between Andam and Pindam. To master the microcosmic energy of the body is to master the macrocosmic energy of the universe. The final objective is Kaya Kalpa, the attainment of an imperishable, immortal body. The Siddhas pursued Kaya Kalpa to preserve the optimized 96 Tattvas, allowing a practitioner to remain in physical form to serve humanity over vast periods of time. By utilizing physical locks and specific breath ratios to alter neurological and energetic parameters, the Siddha system treats consciousness as a direct extension of the physical machine. By mapping the human body as a structural extension of the cosmos, the Siddhas established a technical framework for manipulating the parameters of human existence. They documented a comprehensive technology for human optimization, engineering a path toward total liberation through the mastery of anatomical hardware.